out to the right, I'll create those ideal floors, and you could just connect to it
Okay, now it should be good. Alright, so I collected
instead
notes
of
from
having to
my VOD
rebuild over
rewatch. Um, this was the first time I saw Ibuki in chapter 3, and current me said Ibuki, and at the same time, past me said Ibuki! Um,
What is that? Is that the vital clue?
yeah, that's it. I'm the killer.
rebuild bridges.
So
What?
Mikan shed tears for
Is that your
Mahiru.
secret?
What? I mean, I'm revealing your secrets. I'm speaking to Mikan. So I paid attention to Mikan's behavior. She has shed tears for Mahiru. So has Nekomaru. Mikan, like, all of her, like, behavior is, like, words. She's, like, saying things, like, acting, but, like, she says things that make her sound mournful, but she never does any actions that show that she's mournful. Um, Nekomaru does. Here's my current tier list.
Nagito and C, but why?
Um, Miharu wanted to take pictures of Hiyoko dancing and Ibuki jamming, and then they called it the Memorial Jam Session, where and Hiyoko and Ibuki are performing at the Memorial Jam Session. So that's a
And
Mango
Shaggy.
40. Yeah, but Jack is not dead, so um, something's going. I This is a quote from me. I said something's going on with Akane. She's probably the next one to die. At this time step, I said, "Oh no, they're gonna kill Ibuki." Here's another quote where I said, "There's going to be a murder in this building. Someone's gonna kill my girl." Nagito was not fully recovered in the morning when I saw him. So that proves that the recovery is gradual, which explains why Akane's is also gradual. Nagito said the twin Ibukis are singing. Mikan, and so like I said, Mikan was directing me the whole time. She was like, "I'm gonna rest in the upstairs on-call room. You must be mentally exhausted, so you should go to the
Just gonna
lobby."
keep on
Like,
fighting.
what? What? How does that make sense? Like, you're making shit up and like telling me what to do, and there's no like reasoning, logical reasoning behind it. Then Mikan showed up at the motel before Fuyuhiko, which tells me that they were separated and Mikan could have been anywhere. Fuyuhiko is still injured. He cannot run at full speed, so that is another piece of evidence against Fuyuhiko. Anyway, overall, my review uh, showed me nothing that uh, removed suspicion of Mikan, and it showed me things that added suspicion to Mikan. So I'm gonna officially lock in Mikan is the killer,
Just stone with an
and this
axe.
bitch is going down.
Farmed a bunch, so
Gonna throw down a face stand?
Yeah, I mean Mikan is the only one who could have uh, scripted that
okay. Yeah, we
deep
can stop.
descent.
Scripted. Tell me this game is scripted?
And then also Nagito, I reviewed Nagito's words during the investigation, and he was like, "Oh, this is a special case. I'm on the side of whoever believes in hope." And
He's
what?
been like that every trial.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember exactly what he said, but the shit he was saying makes it sound like I helped with a murder, and now I'm just trying to make sure it's fair and balanced. But anyway,
Yes,
why is he like comatose? If he's comatose, then sure. Anyway.
Alright.
Also, I realized
Boards down and then I'll
Ibuki constantly said shit that did not make sense.
Yes.
And when I think about it, she's just like me. And
Huh, that is true.
like she says stuff with zero context and like weird random shit. And so
Interesting.
I feel like Ibuki was special to me, and this breaks my heart.
Like a 40. And Hyoko's a lolly, just like Tana. So that's special. What?
Psst,
What?
typical.
Oh, by the
Am I
way,
wrong?
Typical
Hyoko
shit.
is A tier for
The what?
being mean to Mikan.
Is that all it takes?
Oh man.
Yeah, almost pushes her into S tier. Almost. No, Ibuki.
You got some people fucking hopping around tiers in this fucking game.
Is irrelevant. That's what I must find out. No matter the cost. Also, during my review, Nekomaru gives uh, major. He gives town vibes. I can't uh, like shake that. Skills.
Gives chillin' vibes.
What?
What?
Alright, I'm swimming to shore. Come.
You have to go to the handbook to buy new ones.
Can I?
Yeah, you have shit to.
I'm
Okay, sweet.
swimming to shore. I'm gonna check out the animals.
Influence gauge. This is my health. Health focus. Time limit. I would like a longer time limit.
What else did you struggle with in the last one?
Aim. I'm fine with aim. Reduces your aiming speed.
This one warehouse.
No. Increases your aiming speed. That might be nice. So it's like changing my sensitivity basically.
Yeah.
And I feel like Hangman's Gambit. My sensitivity is too slow. So maybe I'll do this.
Gosh, it looks like an actual
Decrease the
village.
delay. Don't need that. Speed of memorizing statement. Maybe.
I like the paths you started
Slower
creating.
rate. That might be nice. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's do
I mean,
this
that's
one.
pretty good. Yeah.
Ah, ah.
Uh,
He doesn't like
Do you
me.
have the one that where you heal too?
recovers over time during concentration. No, that's health
Yeah,
regen.
that's really good with the
Okay. Cool
Oh, yeah,
beans.
this is
everything
health
else.
regen. Yeah, maybe
And
I'll
you
get
just got
that.
the thing that lets
Oh,
you
neat.
focus for
Ooh, I
longer.
like
I
this.
see. Damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. No, whatever. That would be nice, but shift name, whatever. I already have fine sword, max
Oh, cool.
speed, turning power, jumping power. Okay. So I have 9 left. I want
Oh, that's
Lost in Thought
me.
costs 5, and then
Just checking things out.
Delusion costs
It's
6.
the more I
Whatever, I'll
talk
get
like this.
Delusion. And We get upshift. What is
Sick.
moonsault? Do upshift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember to
I
equip
like
him.
that you look around and there are just
How much do I?
structures in every direction, and you know that like there's stuff in there. Oh,
Okay.
is this ancient bark? What is this? Why is this green?
Whoops.
You see this?
You use a Buki's skill that she gave
Oh,
you
really? Damn, that's cool.
during snowboarding.
That's so cool.
All right. Let's go.
Nice, because the green makes me think ancient bark. Oh, you guys got some cool trees around here. What the heck?
Not me.
Look at this. This oak.
I don't
this
care.
Oak back here is
Yeah,
beautiful.
whatever. You fucking
Oh, and you have another one back there in this zone?
auxiliary murderer.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't think
Oh, yeah.
I get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty.
Empty head? Huh. What's
Heck
wrong with
yeah.
that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know? Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in
Fine.
arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the
Oh,
sequence of events?
please no.
I think I've been through a patch already, and like after the patch, all of a sudden things, like when you broke things, things just start flying in the air, like up and away,
The other
like
five
floating
in
away
the
from you.
motel team were myself, Gendo, Kazumichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending your night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to
Oh,
stay
yeah.
at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day
Yeah, that's a glitch that I'm familiar with.
Mikan came by to script the
But
course
yeah,
of
just
events.
stuff like that happens, just really random stuff.
we immediately
Yeah, see,
I don't know what's gonna happen when they release the full.
the thing is,
like game.
she
because
came
I
early
know
to
that
wake me up
there's
before the
10
morning
on
announcement,
more
just to tell me
volume
Nagito recovered.
and
Like, so what?
NPCs.
Like,
There's a lot of intent
You-
to the game.
you thought that was that was worth waking me up early? You don't think I'm gonna come by in 10
Yeah.
minutes and find out anyway?
I think what's
I don't
gonna-
need to
that's
know
the
that
thing
he's
is,
recovered.
Everything's
10
like
minutes
organic,
early.
right?
Nagito.
So if we do another patch,
And
then it's tough because how do you
and
put new biomes on the map? that don't exist?
there's I don't have to do anything to help Nagito. Like, there's no need for me
Yes,
to be there,
Oh,
and there's
neat.
no need for me to know. So there's no reason for you to wake me up early.
Rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby.
Upon her suggestion.
And then I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
Nice.
How convenient.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was
A fake.
a video of someone wearing a
Okay,
hospital
great.
gown
Yeah,
and
if see if
climbing a stepladder.
if it does that, then that's ideal.
Such a heart-pounding
You
So
fucking
yeah.
freak.
And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course.
Okay,
I
Chris,
walked out
I
of the
think,
hospital and ran to where the video was
this
being recorded,
structure
the music video.
redone the way it is.
Not true.
You should get some a little bit more.
She was
building
dead
built at the
before you
window
even
there.
The
woke up.
person wearing the handbag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
I ran out of core wood. I put a little bit more,
I thought I should tell the others
like
right
one
away.
or two more
So I
cross
headed
beams
to
that I was
Is
missing.
the game volume
And
okay?
I still have to expand out
It's low.
towards the shore like you guys were wanting.
There were more
So,
able-bodied people there.
We'll get to that next time.
At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with
Yeah,
me
that's
was
good.
Chiaki.
Okay.
No probs.
Next time Fuyu stop or talks,
Yeah, it's
just
a pain in the
stop
ass.
for a second.
There's a
Really?
Okay.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with
I
Mikan and
watched a bunch of
Fujiko.
YouTube videos because
So you
I
say you wanted me
to
to
go,
stop?
Like, as ambitious as I was, I wanted to go higher and taller and
Yeah,
wider.
depends on the camera angle.
And I was just
We were also
kept
looking
getting
for
this
evidence
information
that she
all
disappeared from our
all
site.
over the place. I didn't know why.
Do you see something?
So I looked.
See what?
Looking at
You
Buki's
see
thing.
all
If
this,
you notice it.
all of the ground here at water level is blue.
There's an X.
I thought hers was supposed to be. I thought there were supposed to be drumsticks.
Maybe it's drumsticks.
Or, did I imagine that? I could have sworn they were
Yeah,
drumsticks.
so if you go up there, you should be able to.
It could be drumsticks, maybe.
Oh, they kind of look like it.
Hopefully, or it should be more stable. Your roof
The
tiles.
top right kind of looks
Yeah.
like a drumstick.
And if you can, always try to.
Let's just pretend they're
prioritize,
drumsticks.
Yeah.
'Cause you've got some core wood up here.
After
Try
I
to
bested
prioritize
Fuyuhiko,
Shut the
long
fuck
ones
up, I don't wanna
first,
hear you
and
talk,
then only
bitch.
like
There's
the
a.
halves that get
There's
you
a. I like there were more.
Because
Okay. Sorry.
yeah, that's because I was undoing and redoing stuff. But there's a frame underneath here, so you should be able to do it on top of that. Yeah. Yes,
And then
I believe
noticed
so.
Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko,
Yeah.
so I
Well,
fled with him
see, depending on
in
how,
various ways
let's just say you
to
have
see if he could
wood
help me out.
Various
like your
ways.
wood
Don't
floors,
say it like that and confuse people.
your wood
After
floors
I
are
heard from those
all
two that
one by
Ibuki
ones,
disappeared.
or,
I had a
I
feeling
guess
she was the
2x2s.
person wearing the hemp bag.
and then if you have a,
So I immediately led them
like if
to
you
the
look
music
underneath Chris's
door
thing
wouldn't
right
open.
now, so
Since we had no other
I have
option, the
it
four of us broke
this
down the
way
door.
so that it kind of supports the wood flooring a little bit better,
And when that happened,
but
we didn't
really
just
what you
find
care about
Ibuki's
is
body.
the cross beams that
We
go
also found
underneath.
Hiyoko's.
I'm like pointing at things thinking that you can see me.
Door opens and spray no other option to force break the door.
So I'm sure
Also,
my
when they broke down the door,
description is
they
not as helpful.
hit the
But,
door twice, and when they hit the door the first time, the door
Yeah.
moved.
Yeah.
If it was blocked with drumsticks,
Yeah, I think,
it would
I
not
think the cross beams are
move
most helpful
slightly.
on
It would
the
either
perimeter of the but
break
when it
and
comes
open
to
all the way, or not move at all.
underneath the
Because the drumsticks are like a
inner floors,
brittle fracture
it might be a little bit
material.
like
And
like
which
So-
way? Which way is it easier to fracture them?
yeah, Chris, like, but see this pole that's there
That's
already?
right.
Can you
So I consider
demonstrate
like a
this
perimeter pole.
in some sort of
So the
experiment?
cross
Or
between this pole and the next pole, I feel like that
got any
provides
spaghetti
that
on hand?
But these cross pieces here,
And
Kidding
then
me?
the goo is more
No.
like
Get out the goo.
plasticky, and
because
it
it's
would
about distance.
like
It doesn't care about
have gradual
yeah, but
movement.
What these pieces are, it's
Anyway, that
technically it's distance-based,
when that
it's
happened, we
And not just that.
integrity-based.
Her body
If that
was
makes
taped to a
sense.
pillow.
Do you have any goo to
So
demonstrate?
that cross beam you made,
I could get some for
Should-
you if you know what I
should make-
mean.
for me, this piece more solid.
Alright,
So
dude,
it
you're on
should
Twitch. You're gonna get
turn
banned.
I'm gonna get banned.
But still it doesn't work.
Unless you spread your asshole, you're gonna get
So,
banned.
we decided to lower the hanged body.
Oh, I'm hot.
Right. Right. But that's it's a tricky system. But once you get used to it,
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we
Too bad you can't take off your
Easy
shirt.
so you see each of these grids you put
So that's how the case
four,
played
Aye.
four tiles.
Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear
Well,
what the problem with this
Nagito's an
is.
understanding
When
guy.
Hajime left the music
That's
venue.
it.
Who?
Yeah.
That's gotta be B tier now, right?
What?
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Suck my dick. How do you make the music venue? Who?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Fucking accomplice ass.
If you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right? Lie? Why would I lie? Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
He's the ultimate liar.
If
He even
not
fooled
lying,
you.
I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Accomplice ass.
Oh yeah.
Is the A tier yet? I'm just waiting.
Not. Just. I gotta.
Bring it on,
I gotta
motherfucker.
grab some more.
You're not gonna get Mikon off the hook like that.
All of my belongings into the room. It's just sitting
Hajime's
there.
testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself.
That would also be a lie.
I just logged out, so.
I don't think I can deny
Give it
that
60
possibility.
dollars
After
so
all,
whatever.
Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime
You're
lie?
good.
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime
Yeah,
kill both
this
of
is-
them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
Alright, my guy. I'll catch you later this weekend.
Okay, perfect.
Hajime's testimony is clearly...
If Hajime's then the fact that Ibuki.
That would also...
I don't think I can. After all,
Why would Hajime?
Well, obviously,
Did Hajime?
the fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Suck my dick,
No, that's
motherfucker.
wrong.
Well, you figured out what the ticket was for
I'm
now.
not the killer.
Yeah,
there's
so that means
no
I
way I'd be
understand
able to
everything
imitate that
now.
movie. Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Shut up.
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
But that doesn't matter because it's not an
Each
invitation
person only
anyway.
received one ticket.
Well, the first
They're
one was an
marked with a
invitation.
stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing? Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. And
Look at them
also
standing
provide
together.
warm up.
Motherfuckers.
Warm up? This isn't a game, you know.
Oh, what a nice
Don't
guy.
get mad.
Helping your
I just
alibi.
think warming up is really important, especially since this isn't a
Alright, I'm
game.
crossing Hajime off the list of suspects.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway. Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki
Dude, you're
definitely climbed
in.
the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
I don't
If
fucking think
Ibuki
so.
committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was
No,
gone.
they didn't.
So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from
Nope.
the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However,
Too big brain
that
for
door
these
is
guys.
the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah.
This is like the only
absolutely right.
problem with figuring out the case beforehand. Is you
But
gotta
it-
follow these guys.
But it is fun.
Yeah.
I like doing it this way.
Which means, when we broke down the venue door,
I think it's more
the
fun trying
killer
to
was
solve the
still
murder
inside.
Yeah.
than like having them guide you.
Yeah, it almost feels like this is the way it's meant to be played. I don't know. It feels
It's
fun.
definitely not, but because a lot of trials they reveal stuff during the trial.
When we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside. We broke down the killer.
Like Sakura's trial with like the glass in the bottle.
Yeah. 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 Okay. We.
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
This is what Mikan
Brenda
wants.
met up with Hajime at the motel right before that.
But you're
And
not
if Akane
fooling
and
me, you
Nagito were laid
bitch.
up in the hospital, the only person
So
that
mad.
leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're
Whatever. The point is,
weird, are you?
Nekomaru could not have
Please stop making
scripted
bad
this
jokes.
the broadcast. Only Mikan could have done that.
If the killer was hiding inside the
Where
venue,
is Neko's
we
thing?
should
Have you seen
obviously
his
doubt the
portrait?
people who don't have alibis.
I don't know.
I don't remember who he's next to.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
No. Oh, it's just an empty chair.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting,
The killer
waiting.
was still
Okay,
inside
never
the
mind.
music venue.
Oh, champ.
By locking the door from the inside,
No.
they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to...
How did they lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broke?
You can use that as a by doing that. The killer who waited till we gathered to and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they hit. I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music by locking the door from the inside. No, that's wrong.
All right.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe? I see!
It wasn't rubber. Maybe it's rubber.
Blue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that,
Tasted pretty
I'm certain
good.
it was
I didn't know glue was edible.
glue. I believe it is not
What?
something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched.
You guys don't eat glue?
What?
By pouring it in the
The
gaps
kid in
of the
Powerpuff
closed
Girls
door,
did.
they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to
Was
that,
that paste?
a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime
Thanks for
left the
nothing,
venue, the killer
Usami.
murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
And they also
Yeah, that's your
taped her up after
Tamagotchi.
killing her, right?
Even quick work has
Don't
limits.
talk shit.
Aw, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
What did you just say? They taped her up. Even quick. Okay, yeah, right.
They couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue. They must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier. Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer
Oh,
just
is
had to
Nagito the
see-
first one to figure this out?
Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Wallpaper. Oh, what a read. What a read.
Man, you're too smart, dude.
Oops.
I mean, oops.
Give me a fucking A, please.
Oh, there's a there's a funny ProZD video about this.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. P.
You seen it before, like, you even knew about Danganronpa?
Yeah. Or I think I saw it after I saw Toph's stuff.
Oh, okay. But can you spell the word knife?
Yes.
In this
No, get away from my
fun
E.
mini- I need the letter K. I need the letter K. I love that video. You get to make a comic book after that.
That's funny.
Scrap.
Even though the
Part
comic
of
book's like the best
wallpaper in
part.
the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as
Can
that
you
scrap.
spell wallpaper?
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
See, Danganronpa substitutes as
Whoever
critical
laid the scrap
thinking
that
and
was caught
spelling.
on the lighting, the tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
If you were in like 2nd grade, dude, you'd be fucking
So the scrap, and what's wrong with that? Does it have
spelling
something
around
to
all
do
the other
I mean,
kids.
nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Alright, bring it on.
Snowboarding, Pog.
I don't remember the controls. Okay, I remember.
You just need to know what break is, pretty much.
I don't remember the controls. Okay. Accelerate, brake, and jump. Okay.
And move. Music's banging.
Oh, I'm dash dancing. I'm schmoving.
Yo, is this gonna help your dash dancing in Melee?
That's what I was training for.
Secret is, Mango used to play Danganronpa.
Ah! No brakes, baby.
He almost got baited by that.
What? No!
Yeah, get fucked. Get fucked.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
All come together.
Got it. Kyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Look, dude, why you gotta make it weird?
It's taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hit the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body,
Slightly larger.
Kyoko's body was already there.
That's impossible.
Because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar. I didn't realize that at the time. Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have
That's
walked in.
right.
But going to the trouble of hiding the
Shut
body
the shut your
and the
fucking
pillar
mouth.
is very cold and risky.
The crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good
Sometime
point.
yesterday or last
and on
night.
that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy. For some.
I don't eat moss balls.
Hey.
I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many.
That's what you want me to think. You shut your damn mouth.
Been intentional.
Don't speak unless I
Ibuki's
tell
death
you
by
to.
hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the
Jesus,
movie.
dude.
Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas
No.
of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
I see.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? 'Cause
It's
you
the
don't
bloody
understand what I'm
slippers.
saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
Mhm.
It seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Consent.
Just as
That's
Sonya
always
said,
fun.
Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Gundam's cool.
Is that it? A shepherd
You're
dressed
cool.
in his Sunday's
Oh.
finest still reeks of lamb.
Dude, I try to
Hajime
fucking compliment you
Hinata.
and you just fucking...
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? It's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest. You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice nightmare? You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about 1... Did you see a nice nightmare?
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hyoko's.
Hyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel cool. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power. Hyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with... It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my...
Damn it!
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Ha!
Damn it!
Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about what... Did you see a nice nightmare? You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words! That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Yeah, nice fucking decoy,
It was right
Mikon.
inside the music venue, so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Ah, wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
No, there's blessing
Think
on the
about
step
it.
ladder.
A suicide means you've killed them. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but...
Why me? Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death.
Is it okay to open
I'm
the door?
wondering if Ibuki was really
Yeah.
murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was
Something
just
right.
pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means
So that
there's
means
no
you're a
doubt
fucking
that
idiot.
someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
Ah, there's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, just what was that video Hajime saw? According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all.
The ultimate hypnotist.
That aside, it's obvious that the killer did something. So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was. So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place. But just to be sure, that surveillance camera...
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little... So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time? Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence!
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, If nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have it. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing.
So everyone who stayed at the motel. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed.
That's not.
Aside from those afflicted, if nobody has an alibi.
No, that's wrong! Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
And this is going to damn Mikan.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally
Go
fell
fuck
asleep
yourself.
on top of Hachi.
Whore. Fucking slut.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
So aggressive.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
No.
It's better if we think about it like that.
No.
The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
No.
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie? Are you saying there was another reason? I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Part 1 finished already? Alright.
Stop it!
Chance time. Chance time!
Dog. This is where you shine, dude.
What a
Opens the game.
I'm Monomi.
Bathroom.
Once again, I I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
Not just the sequence, but the time and the location.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case,
Are you waiting for me to throw it
it would
away?
have been just dandy if they had gone
No, I'm
ahead
gonna eat it
and killed
later.
me too.
Oh. You're letting it get stale and the rice get hard?
Oh well.
Oh well.
If that happened, the invitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Haha.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on. Try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
No.
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right? But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well, that's probably it, but That attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
Correct.
I'm saying Hyoko's murder wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you
So shut your mouth.
with assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
I do.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My four dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
I like the one that's standing on his hand, cheering.
That's the Joey hamster.
Oh.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that.
Yes, there is.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Nope.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by
Nope.
the killer.
No.
With a card game?
She went of her own free will.
Yeah. No. Ah, okay, there we go.
I agree with that.
Boom, 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 boom.
Tried to fuck that one up.
It's just
I
a sense.
tried.
She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Something like that.
I won't lose. Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yeah.
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Oh my god, Akami.
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now. Hyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
I can't back down!
Oh my god, that's tough.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Crap!
Hold on. Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono... There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Johnny Young Bosch is badass.
The reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
You're badass.
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Kyoko
Can I
seems
just
to
not
be
give you a
really
compliment?
struggling
Is
with
that-
wearing her kimono. I
Ah.
believe that was one
Take
of
it.
the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Oh, I'll take that offer.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat.
Alright, dude.
Or better
You're in
yet,
a fucking
make
middle
her
of a
do little
trial.
something, something.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko...
Kazuichi's a bad influence on you.
Though that may not apply to Sonya, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonya, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamster 6 feet under.
Not the hamsters.
Jumpy, no.
Magazi. The other two.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite
Campy.
the fashion sense.
And
Sandy.
yeah, wow. You a Gundam fan?
Do you want me to
Maybe.
incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I
You have
can do
emotes
that
of his
while
fucking
you're
hamsters?
wearing them.
Should I put each hamster on the tier list?
Sure. Do you know which one is the one on his hand, though?
No, I could have predicted. Don't go.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
Wrong place, wrong
The only
time.
thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Yup.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
Yup. Mango 40. No.
Well,
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened.
You're
when the
Yakuza.
killer was preparing to kill Ibuki.
This should not be surprising to you.
The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
What did the killer tell you, Nagito?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
Oh yeah, Kazuichi told him to shut up.
I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone
Sassy
actually
sport.
needs help from scum like me.
Scum champ.
So what do you think?
What?
I was thinking about
What?
it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh. Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
The fuck?
Are you freaking kidding me?
What?
That's strange. That's very strange.
There's no bloody footprints on the stepladder?
This is strange. What's strange?
No. No. No.
What the fuck are you doing?
I can prove it.
I'm
with
using the
this.
stick and it keeps trying to press down, but it presses left or right.
It's
Is that a new
strange
minigame?
There weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do you notice such a small detail? How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it. Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video, hmm?
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
What? Get started already, fuckface. Bathroom. So I'm the only one who can do it. Here.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. The stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
There's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music.
No, you're wrong.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting...
Looks like Gundam didn't watch the VOD.
Isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
Mikon is sweating and she's
amazing,
fucking
Chiaki.
bitter.
All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills.
Is that your fetish?
Is it okay to say
Whoop.
that?
What are you two talking about?
Other than the music venue. The curtain. The videos on the actual crime scene.
Oh, good look at this one.
F. Filming location? I'm a genius. No one murders my wife and gets away with it, dude. Why is that team moving so fast? Oh my god, someone help! Where is it? Give me an N, please! For the love of God! There, there. Now the 5 N's at the same time. Suck my dick.
What a great minigame.
Oh! No. No, I messed up. I need an A. Give me an A. Son of a... No! No! Oh my god. I wish I had more everything. No! Oh my god. Focus. Clear mind. Where did my A go? No! Oh, this G is enormous. Oh my god. No, not my G, not my G! No, my G!
What do you need it for?
I like it. No. Okay, this is hard. And I'm done.
I got it.
Great minigame.
That's right. Besides the step ladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
The profiler monitor's supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
Ba, 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 ba. No! No! What? What part did the killer tamper with? I mean, okay, technically it doesn't matter, so whatever. Technically, the one of the music venue. Oh, check this out. Oh, no. I'm trying to have too much fun.
Fucking skateboarding ass.
Oh, okay. This kind of had to be serious here. Dang it.
Dude, timer.
Okay. I can't not do it. I can't not do it. I can't not do it. I'm too nasty.
It's all coming together.
Coming together.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means
Okay.
you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
I did not pay attention to that when I watched the VOD.
In
But it
order
doesn't
to hide
matter.
that the camera was missing, the killer did one more
Yeah, it was
thing.
actually in one of the pictures. I think you can notice that there's more parts there.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that. And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took. And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Bring it on. I'm not afraid. Give me a C. Give me the C. Where is it? What? That's what? Hello? How am I supposed to react to that? No, my M.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
There's no way the conference room
Shut
and
your
the music
fucking
venue
mouth.
look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference?
That must be it. What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed!
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was
Pog,
hung so the
lol.
music venue would look like the conference room? In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out,
Does Mommy go up a few tiers?
it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the
Isn't that how that works?
I see. The conference room.
I.
Indeed, the floor of that room is
Rectangular
the same
wooden
color as the music
planks.
venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
I can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. If you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it
Shut your
to make it
mouth.
feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The
I
incident
did.
isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
I see! The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim. By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. If I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you
I
already
do.
know who the killer is?
You're the only one! Mika, you're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her is the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But
Yeah,
you're
now
the
it's a
only one who could've
coincidence,
filmed that video in the
bitch.
hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence? At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby.
Suffer, bitch.
If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Kane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer?
Don't try it.
There's no way I could kill someone!
It's not literally impossible. You should give a better defense than that.
This shows she can't even do that.
Hey,
Is that a tear jump?
this chick is really the killer?
What?
Okay, alright. I'll think about
S
it.
tier, okay.
Oh my.
It's totally
What?
wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Nikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you...
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Duh.
Do you?
Yes, I do. Go fuck yourself.
Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Can you hold on a minute? Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth
Get on
saying
with
at
it.
an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time. I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning.
I mean, first of all, I mean, I have no place to say this. What are you saying? You're her accomplice, so I don't care what you say to try to mislead us and defend her. What are you saying?
Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements. Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang, that's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
Brand new. Near the middle of the rope. It's frayed. In the middle.
What the heck is happening?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck,
Okay.
pulled both ends at full
So-
strength, and strangled her.
Okay, well I already know she didn't commit suicide, so what? I suspected as much.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
Center is framed. Center is frayed.
What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Huh? More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
Huh?
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Full strength. So what?
Ibuki.
Oh, the fact that she said it was hanging and it wasn't hanging? In other words, she lied. Is that it?
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very...
Right, is that what you're trying to say? So you're saying Nikon lied.
The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That must be it. So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time. You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you? You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner.
Shut your
So I
mouth.
don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging
Okay, up another
and
tier.
strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything.
S
but
plus
being
tier?
clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such
Shut
a clumsy
the fuck
mess,
up, you ultimate
and I got
nurse.
so careless.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Because you killed two and you only needed to kill one?
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
He wants, hope. So... But he... So he wants the killers to kill, but only kill one at a time, maybe? And once she killed Hiyoko, there was no need to kill Ibuki. It's almost like it was personal. Like it's going back to Twilight Syndrome murder case. I don't know. I have.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
I'm really not the killer. There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Oh,
enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
This is the theme of Phoenix Wright 5.
Huh? I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say? Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Oh, angry.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now?
Up another tier. Oh my god.
To be honest, I've run out of ideas.
I think he's ascended.
How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still,
She's not my
the
fucking
truth
friend.
is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital.
The hemp bag.
Totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong!
Killer been
Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! The video... I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
Holy shit, that's a lot. 7 pieces. Blow in the shoes, rope, paper, surveillance, AC, Mikan's account. Mikan's account or AC. I mean, honestly, the fact that you brought me there, so...
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
No, the fact that it just so happened to be there.
She was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
The fact that
Ibuki and Mikan clearly
you
have
happened to
different
bring
body
me there
types.
before the transmission. You dumb bitch.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
No,
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Oops.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different...
Is that really your... You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you.
Shit.
Who could have filmed that video.
Is the hemp... Is the hospital gown, or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly...
Is that really... You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your... You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot through that contradiction. Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me!
You'll have no forgiveness.
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible. You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited
Don't
item
try it.
that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's
Well, it has a creepy
impossible?
camera angle. It's too
Using
close.
one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly
Don't try
obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's
No.
why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
No.
Taking your stubbornness
Not even
this
close.
far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me! I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously...
Shut up, I'm tired of listening to you.
You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to visiting two places at the same time?
This is the end.
This is the end. Bitch.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier. Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left. Please, just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Closing argument.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Oh, that's it? Oh my god.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw.
Yeah, this one's a short one. They
That's
don't
why
really show
I'm
the
going to start with that
the
to
Hajime
unravel the
part.
knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
How convenient.
When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time. When in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on it.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, night.
Congrats on finally getting one right.
Thank you.
Night.
Night, night.
Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. That was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. They made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikon? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikon, you... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your
Is she the
time.
spy? Only a bee?
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened lad?
What the f... Just drop down to the perfect time, huh?
Well now. Correct.
Damn it.
I won't forgive you.
Hey!
It's obvious. Hey.
What?
I did catch a glimpse of her expression was.
What?
Oh. Yeah. Huh, I did not notice that.
It cannot be.
Perhaps.
Now that I think about it, that must have been a high fever just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
See?
No way, dude.
Jeez. Isn't that right?
So anyone could be the ultimate despair? Is that what happened to Junko? And Mukuro? Are you trying to tell me that Mika's not responsible for the murders?
Possible.
Oh?
Huh?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full.
I don't want to hear your sick story.
This is my
You
reciprocation.
freak. You sick freak.
It's love.
Hey.
Well. How amazing. Could it be?
This is...
I didn't clear it.
The remembering disease.
But such despair.
Don't fuck
Shut
with
the
me!
fuck up.
You serious?
Woman's health. Bring us
Hey,
This is bad.
I am Monokuma!
hey.
You know the traitor hiding us.
Oh?
Of course not!
It might be Hajime, who knows?
Oh? That is... Oh? Well... Do you understand?
Hey.
Hey, hey! Damn it!
Oh?
Yes, indeed. Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with a...
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Let me ask.
Damn it.
What? Rotating.
But
Yeah, the disparities disease didn't mess with her, it only made her remember. It returned her to her true self, and then the true self committed the murder, so there is no room for forgiveness.
isn't that right?
Please wait!
Pushing C.
There's no way we just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings.
Damn it!
Wrong. Come on. Hmm?
You fiend.
Phew.
Oh, poor, I'm tired.
Hey! Hey, hey!
Hey, Huh? Hey!
So just as I thought. However,
Fine.
Phoenix was outside a garage. Phoenix in garage.
Silence.
Come on. Why are you standing there?
right?
All right!
What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. What did you do? What did I do? I saved him.
All right.
Hey,
Listen.
Hey, hey! Damn it!
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
I had hope.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
Whoa.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
That's cool. All right. No. Down to 9. His bulge is
The name's
gone.
Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Nekomaru? Is that you?
No matter how you look at it, I'm still me!
No matter how we look at it, this isn't you at all.
Yeesh.
already know.
Wow, interesting.
Hey, hey!
Pure electricity!
That's badass.
Damn it. Sorry.
You serious?
Hey, hey.
Hey.
You...
Oh! Huh? Show
Yeah,
some
exactly.
spirit!
Amazing!
Oh, Nekomaru. What tier is he? Okay. Welcome to A tier, buddy. Mm. It's too weird.
What's this? Hey, oh my goodness!
Hey, hey!
Fool!
Phew!
Hey, hey!
You.
What?
That's good.
Disappear!
That didn't faze me at all! Check it out! I'm intact! I have no injuries at all!
That's badass.
Hey, hey!
Oh!
No, thank you!
By the way, of course.
Fool! Let's get along!
It's impossible.
Dream. Ultimate robot. Alright, I'm gonna stop there. This morning we gathered at the hotel restaurant like we always do. Okay, next morning, that's all restaurant. With awesome food. Ibuki. Oh wow, she's short. I'm 5'5". 92 pounds? Oh my god. This is funny. I'm 27.
Fucking.
Ibuki, I did. I did everything I could. And now you can rest. I'll miss you. Goodbye, Ibuki. And goodbye, Hyoko. It's gonna be another island next time.